Hi, I'm Jackie Ballard. I'd like to welcome you back to our part 2 of the basic hand dance lesson. We will start off with a refresher's course given by Marion and Linda and proceed in part 2 of the basic hand dance lesson. Here is Marion and Linda.
All right, we're back for the second session, round 2. Now what we'd like to do is we would like to just start off and review what we went over in session 1. Again, we're just going to review the basic step and the travel. All right, again, 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6. And now from the back, so that you can see it. 5, 6, 7, and 8, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6. Now we're going to incorporate it with a little touch to the side on 3 and 5. 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6. So we're going to stay here. We'll start off with our backs first, and we're going to give you a travel. The ladies will move forward. I will step back. 5, 6, 7, and 8, and a 1, and a 2,
touch 3, go back 4,
and one more time, and a 1, together 2,
and a
3, and a 4, and a 5, and 6. All right, we'll face each other so that you can see us.
Oh. I said the camera.
We're just having some fun here. All right, we're going to do the basic and the travel. 5, 6, 7, and 8,
and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3,
touch to the side on 3 and 5,
and a 1,
and a 2, and a 3, and a 4,
and a 5,
one more time,
and a 1,
and a 2, and a 3, and a 4,
and a 5,
and 6. 1 and 2, and a 3, and a 4, 5 and 6,
and a
1 and 2, and 3 and 4, 5 and 6. All right? We'll put some music on real quick. Just go over those moves, and then we're going to move on, okay? We're going to start out with the basic, touching to the side, and then the travel.
And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2, 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2, 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5,
To the front.
and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2, 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6.
Okay, now, what we would like to incorporate at this point is called a stationary turn. It will be a stationary left for the ladies, okay? Now, Linda's going to demonstrate that turn.
So ladies, when he says a stationary left, this is our left. So that means we are going to our left when we do this. Our first 2 moves is still a touch, step, step. And all my weight is still on my left foot. So I still do touch, step, step. I'm gonna prep myself on my 2, kind of slightly turn my foot to the left to prepare me to go to my left. So, and the 1 and the 2. I'm gonna take my upper body, I'm gonna turn, touch, step, triple step. So, 1 and the 2, and touch, step, triple step. Touch, step, step. and tap, step, triple step.
And for the guys, I would be turning to my right shoulder. Again, as Linda said, I would start out with a touch, step, step. Now, I'm sort of prepping, I'm sort of cheating. My foot is going in that direction in which I turn. So it helps me to get around versus being here, I've got further to turn. But if I prep my foot that way, I'm now a quarter of the way around that turn. So again, it's touch, step, step. Again, I bring my foot in to my ankle slightly, upper body,
And
3, I did it slowly, and then 4, 5, and 6. It's hard to break it down without, so I'm 1 and 2 and tap, step, and then triple step.
one more time.
So if I go, and a
Touch,
1
step,
and 2,
step,
tap,
and
3,
tap and step.
4, triple
So if you
step.
can't get all the way around, ladies or gentlemen, you have that tap, and then you can bring yourself around.
Right,
on-
you can
on
finish
your triple,
on your
5
triple.
And 6.
So let's say I only got to this point here, and then facing the curtain there, I can use the triple to finish. So let's say I'm not quite that good of a person that turns. So I'm going 1 and 2, I'm going tap, step, I can still triple step and finish my turn. So it's no hurry to get out of it. It just looks a lot better if you can get around a little further. So if I'm 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then the better you get, some people they actually can finish by 3. 1 and 2,
And
3, 4, 5, and 6. So the more you do it, the better you get, okay? So now if we're facing each other, okay?
And you still, ladies, you still have to be on the balls of your feet, gentlemen as well, to make this move executable.
Okay. So again, we're 1 and 2, tap, step, and 3, 5, and 6. My fault. So again, and a 1 and a 2 and a 3,
and
then
step,
4 and 5
triple
and
step.
6. Okay. So she broke it down in the tap, step. I did it with the count. Okay.
One more time.
One more time. So 1 and 2, tap, step, triple step.
From the back.
All right, from the back. Here we go. 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and a 1, and a 2,
and tap and
step,
One
triple
more
time,
and a
1 and 2,
and tap,
step,
and
triple step. Okay? And during that turn, you want to try to keep your balance upright, because when you're doing your turns, if wherever your head goes, I learned that early, especially being a taller gentleman, wherever your head goes, your body goes. So if I go to do this turn and I do this, this is what happens. So you want to try to remain upright when you dance, especially for the taller gentlemen and taller ladies. You want to stand up because it helps you to stay erect, shoulders back and down, as they say, right? That makes you, and it looks a lot better. Now, if I lead this turn and I don't turn, this is where it comes into play. The lead comes into play. So I'm going, and a 1 and a 2. My hand starts to come up. And a 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6. All right? Some guys walk in, they take 2 steps in, they go, and a 1 and a 2, and a 3 and 4, and a 5 and 6. So just because I'm leading her, I don't stop dancing. I don't just go 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6. Now you notice when I stayed here, I had to reach out. By taking that step in, it helps me to make that adjustment, and she knows as I'm saying, and a 1. She knows now something's getting ready to happen. So I'm going, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6. So my hand goes up, down. That is my lead. All right? So again, from here, let's do it from the other side. Okay, so that you can see. Again, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and 6. Now you notice how I come back to my original position. I don't remain in close. As soon as she's finishing her turn, I back out, and the reason why is because I want to maintain that tone that we started out with originally. That's where a lot of us sometimes make a mistake. So again, if I stayed in 3, 4, now if you notice what happened to my elbow, it became here, it collapses. So by stepping back out, I regained the tone that I lost. So again, and a 1, and a 2, 3, and a 4, and a 5, and 6.
And what it also does, ladies, if you are off balance, our connection, he's there to support you if you are off balance. So that's why he backs away, to give us a little bit of tone.
Right. So in case when she's coming out of her turn and she's maybe falling, by me stepping back, it now gives her something to pretty much anchor into. Again, the other thing is when I turn her, I don't put my elbow up in the air. You want to keep that elbow down. Okay, because it's easier, especially for a guy that may be shorter in stature. He can dance with a lady that's taller by keeping his elbow down, but if he brings his elbow up, this is as high as he can go. All right, so you want to keep that. It looks a lot better also. So again, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and I back out to get my tone back. Okay?
Let's go back over it again.
All right.
This is a turn that's not easy, ladies. It's something that you have to continue to practice. And when you go your touch, step, making sure that your weight is on that left foot before you start your turn. Take your upper body and turn, tap, step, triple step. So all your weight is on your 2.
Same thing pertains to the guy. She's on that foot.
I'm on that foot.
There's no weight in between.
Then I'm going to take my right foot, bring it in, tap, step, triple step.
Now, if we're dancing, and I'm dancing with her, we're just doing the basic. I'm here. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and turn. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, what I did at that point, I gave her somewhat of an indication to let her know that I'm going that way if I do it with a release. Okay? So I'm here, basic.
1 and a 2
and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and 6. All right? And it's very subtle, but yet because she has tone, when she's on that 2, she feels this. And without slinging her, just that force that she knows. Now, stationary, if I just want her and I don't want to turn, I'm going and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6. And if you notice by 2, it's over here to this side over here, so she knows the turn is going to occur in that direction. All right, Maestro, give us some music.
Before the DJ, ladies, you see where my hand is? I never, when we disconnect, I never let it drop, because I leave it here, and if I'm going to turn, my partner knows where my hand is without me having to go back and up and
And this is
down.
a very good point, because now, after she leaves her hand there, when I finish the turn, let's say she drops it. So I'm here, 1 and 2. 3 and 4. Now I've got to go to reach. You don't. If she leaves it there, when we turn, it's right back where we were. So we're here. 1 and a 2 and a 3
and the 4 and the 5
and right
6.
there. So there's no searching for it at all. It's right there within reach. Okay? Very good point, Linda. Definitely.
Okay.
All right. Here we go, Maestro. We're going. Oh, yeah. I know they like that over there in the corner there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 6.
2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6.
We're gonna
and the
progress.
1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6
And the 1 and the 2
and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6. It's walk, walk, touch, step, triple step. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 1 and the 2 and tap, step, triple step. And the 1 and the 2 and tap, step, triple step. 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6.
All right. So we've got 3 moves.
Yeah, we're growing. We're growing.
Okay. So we are moving right along. We hope that you're getting this. Now, this is the one that may take a little bit of time here. This is called the stationary right for the ladies, okay? This one, again, it is involved, the lead has a lot to do with it also. So when you're in the basic, on 3, I will bring my hand across her body. At that point, her foot will go back, and my foot also can go back. I don't have to turn, that is my option. But if I'm here, I'm going. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3. Okay? When I prep right here, this gives her that indication that I want her to go the opposite way. She's giving me tone. All right? So again, we're here. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3.
And this is a touch for us ladies.
This is just a touch.
No weight. It's just that big toe is just touching the floor.
Okay? So one more time. Again. And a 1 and a 2, touch 3. Right? Now at this point, I'm going to give her a release. She's going to step 4.
All my weight is on my 4.
And then she's going to turn and a 5 and 6. Now it's a little hard right now because we're stopping in between. So if you see us wobble, it's because we're stopping in the middle of the move. But we want to make you understand where your weight changes are and where they are for the ladies. So again with the ladies. And a 1 and a 2, touch 3, step 4 and a 5 and 6. Now if you notice, I never stopped dancing, even though I touched back. 3, step 4, and I triple step. Now, if I turn with the lady, I'm going the opposite direction. She's going to her right. I'm going to my left now. So again, it's going. And a 1 and a 2, touch 3, step 4, and triple step.
Which is your 5 and 6.
5 and 6.
Your 5 and 6 never changes. It's always going to be a triple step at this level.
Right. Okay. Again, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And a 1 and a 2. Touch 3, step 4, and triple step. How's that? Let's do it from, let's see.
Do it from the back by
From
ourselves.
the back, right. Let's do it by ourselves. 5, 6, 7, 8. And a 1 and a 2. Touch 3, step 4, and triple step. All right, let's stop on 3 so everybody knows where you're supposed to be. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3. If you notice, it's just a touch. There's no weight. Now when we do this, when we step on 4, we're going to pivot. Your weight is now here for both of us. On my left, on her right, and we're bringing our foot in and 5 and 6. All right, let's break that down again. We're going to stop on 3. 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Again, no weight. Both of us can lift our foot at this point. And a 4, and a 5, and 6. So if we put it all together, we're here. 7, 8, and a 1, and a 2, and 3, and 4, and a 5, and 6.
One more time.
One more time. 5, 6, 7, and 8, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4,
and a 5.
5,
One
and
more time.
time.
And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6.
All right? So, let's see. Here we go. I'm going to hold her hand. Again, show you the lead, and I'll stop on 3 so that you see exactly where that lead goes and how it preps her. 7, 8, and a 1, and a 2, and 3. So I'm right here. Okay? So let's start again. We'll stop on 3. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. All right, let's do it from the other side so that you get view. 5. That way you can see both of our feet go back. 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3. All right? This next time we're going to do the whole move. 7, 8.
And a 1,
and a 2, and a 3, and a 4,
and a
5, and 6. All right? So, what I would like to do, my show, put that music on again, and we're going to put both moves together.
And a 1, and a
2,
2,
and a 3,
and a 4, and a
5,
5,
and 6,
and a 1, and a 2,
3,
and a 4, and a
5,
5,
and 6,
and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2, 3, and a 4, and a
5, and 6, and a 1, and 2.
and 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 1, and 2, and a 3, 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2. Tap, step, triple step, and a 1, and a 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2, 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2, 3, and a 4, 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2. Tap, step, triple step, 1 and a 2, triple step,
1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right? I put both of the moves together so that you could see them and see how they incorporated. One stationary left, stationary right. Okay, so breaking it down, that way you have 2 moves back to back that you could do. So you're going and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 5 and 6. All right, we'll do it from this side. 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and a 1 and a 2, 3 and 4 and a 5 and 6, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and
step and
triple step. How's that? Okay? All right. Now, since we are moving along pretty fast, I want to incorporate a move that will similar to the stationary left for the ladies. You would bring her in and then send her back out. Okay? It's 1, walk, triple step, and triple step. This is called a rollback. So instead of having her being stationary, you would bring her into you slightly, but still turning her to her left shoulder. And you want to catch her as she's turning at her lat, which is right here, so that you guys can see. Here, turn slowly, and you can slide down the arm or just let it go. Okay? So if I'm dancing with her, so I say 1 and 2. Now she didn't feel anything at that point. Now she feels me bring her in and send her back out that time. Okay? That's called a rollback. The first one's a stationary because she does not move anywhere. That's why they call it a stationary left, stationary right. But when the rollback, you want to cause some kind of movement to bring her in and then send her back out. Okay? So again, and 1 and a 2, catch 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Again, and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6. All right, so what I'm going to do, we'll break down all 3 moves again. Stationary left first. 5, 6, 7, 8. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 5 and 6. How's that?
So ladies, let me just talk about this left
Oh,
arm.
yeah.
This left arm does not stay in this position, or if it's in this position, if the guy is turning you, if he stays down and he gives you a turn, it's going to get trapped. So every time he gives me an indication, my left arm is going to come chest high, just chest high. And then I can turn. It'll be over his arm, nice and gentle, and come back down.
See, this is why it's good to have that lady here to give you these points, because I can give you point of view from my point of view, the dance, but she just gave something that was very good, because a lot of times you will be dancing with someone and then they all of a sudden have to pull that arm back out. So by her keeping, as soon as she feels me touch her back, that arm comes up. Let's say I just want it to slide down. Now it just comes right back down that arm and connects at the end of the hand. Or again, I can just let it go. And it looks so much more elegant, okay? All right, so again, Maestro, give us some music. We're gonna put these moves together.
And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and a 5.
And if you notice when we're dancing, we're moving. We're not staying stagnant.
And a 1, and a 2, 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a walk, touch, step, triple step.
And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and 4, and 5, and 6.
And a
1, and a 2, and a 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and a 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and a 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6, and a 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and a 1.
Step, triple step,
And a 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and a 1. In no particular order. I'm just showing you how you can. Ah, that was me on that one. 6 and a 1. 4, 5 and 6 and 1. 3, 4, 5 and 6. All right. Now.
So ladies, let me just emphasize, when we do the travel, he gives you a travel, keep going to him until he stops you. 5 and 6. I don't go because he's calling it out and lead me 1, 2, 3.
She's not cheating the move.
I'm not cheating the move.
She is coming to me. She is making me, my energy, send her out. Now, if you notice, at no time did I shove her. Where the energy is coming from is my back to the front, and that's what's sending her out, with us maintaining that tone, okay? That's what's sending her. Again, you're here.
So I'm not going to do this.
1, 2, 3. So again,
That's
she didn't.
what we do not want the ladies to do.
Right, because all you're seeing is a seesaw. That's all we're doing. Nothing's happening. We're just going back and forth. You want to see.
Just having having a little bit of fun. So
You want to see some energy.
yes.
Contra body movement. You want to
And
see
the
her
one
come
and
into
the
you
two
almost.
and the 3 and the 4. And I'm gonna shoot back out.
Right.
Because he's giving me the energy to
Right.
shoot back out.
She's almost touching me.
And if you're afraid of the guy,
Right.
if
Now,
you're afraid of
and
the
also
guy.
the lead, I can control that also, how close, and the lady too. But if I necessarily don't want her to come in as close, she's right there. If it's somebody that you know, you guys can. All right,
So
you can rub noses. We're
that's
just having,
not
we're having
not
fun,
part of
right?
the dance. Be nice.
Yeah. But again, we hope that you're catching on. We hope we're not moving too fast. Again, we're trying to break this down as much as possible so that you understand. Again, once again, it might seem like it's repetitive, but we want to make sure that you get this, okay?
And let me just also emphasize your foundation. If you have your basic 6-count move, this is how you grow. Your growth comes from your basic 6 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6 without even thinking about it, because you don't want to think about what you have to do. So if you notice like the back of your hand, okay, so what's my 3 and 4? And a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Give me your 3 and a 4. 3, 4. Give me 5 and 6. Okay, I know you know those things without even thinking about it. So that is your test.
Now, the one thing I did forget to go over, there are some people that may have, let's say, knee problems, bad knees. So an alternative on that basic, and I'm glad that she brought that up. Some people have a problem with the kick, step, and step 3 times and step 3 times. An alternative, you still can be and dance with that person if they do a kick step. So she's going to do a kick step. I'm going to do the alternative. 5, 6, 7, and 8, and a 1, and 2, and touch, and touch. Again,
And a
rock,
1 and a 2
step,
and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6 and a 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4 and
again,
a 5
you
and a
see,
6.
you still see
Touch,
body
step,
movement.
Triple step, triple
So
step.
if I'm dancing with her, 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, 2,
and a 3
and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 1, and 2, and a 3, and a 4, 5, and a 6, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and 5, and 6.
And that
So,
same thing principle
as long as you're
applies
keeping-
to the ladies as well.
it's a double and 2 triples, or a double with that movement at the end. As long as you're touching on 3 and 5 and back, you still in count with the music. So that again, there's no way, it's not wrong to do the dance that way. Because some people, again, doing that triple all night, it can have a tendency to wear you down. So that's a way of resting, or if just an alternative.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm glad that she brought that up and gave me a chance to think about that, okay? Again, reviewing, basic,
And a
1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5. Again, and a 1 and a 2.
and a 3 and a 4.
We're gonna do
and
a
5
travel.
and 6
And a 1 and a 2 and 3, 4
and a
5
5
and 6 and a 1.
and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6
and a 1 and 2
and a 3 and a
and
4
4,
and a
5 and 6,
and a
1 and 2, touch 3, step 4 and 5 and 6, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. All right? All right, what we're going to do is we're going to dance again, just showing you, and I may throw the alternative in so you can see it, incorporate it, and we're going to go over all these moves that we just did, okay?
Dancing and breathing and talking is kind
Oh
of difficult,
yeah.
so if you
What I'll
see-
do, we'll change to this side so you can see it from this side. We've been dancing from that side. So here we go. Yeah, getting back in shape since the pandemic. That dance.
Magnetic force. The sweetest love I've ever
6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, six and a one and a two and a three and a four and a five and a six and a one and a two and a three and a four and a five and a six and a one and a two and a three and a four and a five and a six and a one and a two and a three and a four and a five and a six and a one and a two. Tap, step, triple step, and one and a two, three and a four, five and a six and a one and a two. Triple step, and a one and a two and a three and a four and a five and a six and a one and a two, three and a four and a five and a six.
She's joined in.
Triple step, and a one and a two, triple step and six, and a one and a two and tap, step, triple step, and a one and a two, three, four and a five, six, one and two, three. And a five and a six and a one and a two and a three, four and a five and a six and a one and two and tap, step, triple step, and one, two, three and four and five and six and one and two and a three, four and a five and six, one and two and tap, step, triple step, one and a two and a three, four and a five and six, one and a two and a three, four and a five and six and a one and a two and tap, step, triple step.
All right, we got a few minutes left. So again, I wish I were here to say, hey, is there any questions? All right, what we're going to do now, so I will throw this in and we will bring this in the next session, but I just want to show you something that we can include, that will be included in the next. It's called a right pass. Now, if you've ever been to a bullfight for the guys, when that matador is standing there, the people holler, ole. He steps back, open, because we're dancing on the track to allow this lady to come down. So my first movement would be 1, 2. And then she does her triple, 3 and 4. I get back on the track, 5 and 6. All right, again from this side. I step back, open, triple step, triple step. All right, again, my classmates sometimes laugh when I give that analogy, but it allows them to understand the movement for the guys. So if I want her to come past, I got to get off that track. 2, 3, step 4, and I'm facing her, 5 and 6. So I want her to go through her steps. So the ladies,
you're just going to walk. You're going to walk 1 and 2. All my weight is on my 2. I'm going to use my upper body to turn and 3 and 4,
5 and 6. Do it from that direction.
5 and 6 doesn't ever change at this level. I'm still doing my 5 and 6, my left triple. So I'm going to walk, and 3 and 4, 5 and 6.
Okay, so with my connection, she feels me bringing her down the floor. But whenever I step off the track, that's letting that lady know, oh, okay, he wants me to go to the other side. So again, I'm stepping here.
And the
1 and the 2
and the
3. I'm back on the track.
And the
5 and 6. One more time. So again.
And the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6.
All right. Just a little bit of music and we'll fade out on this move here. And when we come back in on the next session, we will add this and we will review this again. 5. Here we go. We're just going to
2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6
and the 1 and 2 and 3
and 4 and the 5
and 6
and the 1
and 2
and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 1 and the 2, turn, 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 1 and 2, turn, and 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 1 and the 2, turn, 4
and reconnect
and 1 and the 2 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 1 and the 2, tap 3, step 4 and 5 and 6, 1 and 2 and 5
All
and
right.
6.
Okay. That ends session 2. So we hope again you picked up a few steps. You can take these steps And hopefully by the end of this 4th session, you'll be able to go out there and cut a rug and join the people in the club, definitely. All right, thank you.
That was session 2. I hope that you had fun. We look forward to seeing you again next week for part 3 with Marion and Linda. Bye now.
Vibe with you, speed on my time with you, ride with you, laugh with you, stay up all night. I wanna vibe with you, girl, you know I rock with you. You know what I want, you be turning me on, got me in a daze, make me wanna say, babe, that I found something special.